Hey everyone, good afternoon. So, today we're actually going to start a new campaign. I guess we'll call this one Season 4. People on YouTube who see this later might be a bit confused about that part. But yeah, anyway, I made a few minor changes. I also got rid of a rogue mod that was interfering with some stuff. Reinforcements mostly. And due to a mechanic that exists, it was unintentionally making reinforcements worse, especially in some mission types. But that's gone now. And I mean, it's a mod that's not compatible with the TED-Jam, and it was never supposed to be there. It's just that it sneaked in when I was switching mod list, because it was hidden in AML. But either way, it's gone now. I also added a few extra enemies that are fully compatible with the TED-Jam, but they're not on the actual TED-Jam mod list, which are Praetorians. We used them before, and the Requiem Advent Pack. We also used that before. It's a stop spamming reinforcements mod which existed outside of Long War of the Chosen because there are a lot of enemies that have a skill that they can spam, which spawns more reinforcements, and in some niche cases it can really get out of hand. But this skill does not really exist in Long War, so it's completely unnecessary. And also there's an additional mechanic in Requiem, which makes Requiem force add some enemies if the pod has fewer enemies than expected. Anyway, the explanation is a bit long-winded, but the bottom line is that this mod was causing some reinforcement pods to first have some enemies removed, and then have them instantly added back up, but with Requiem enemies instead. So it was causing some reinforcement pods to spawn with Requiem enemies when they were literally never supposed to do that. So that's like the short explanation. So yeah, I added Praetorians and the Requiem Advent Pack. We used both before. They are fully compatible with the TED-Jam. They're just not on the actual TED-Jam mod list. But they are now on my additional mods mod list. I also added a mod that makes transitions instant, because there are a lot of these transitions, animations, like when you equip a squad, they're gone now. And I added a few classes. So I added from the additional compatible classes list on the TED-Jam Plus page. So we got the support class, which is basically a class that's heavily inspired by the original support class from XCOM Enemy Unknown. We got the Wayfarer class, which is a mix of a sniper with a vector rifle, a scout, and an EMP grenadier. Also used as a holo targeter. We have the Technician class, not to be confused with Technical, which is a sniper class with a gremlin, with various ways to apply Bitter Frost. They also get Combat Scanner at Squaddy, which is an AoE skill that reveals enemies, and also reduces their defenses for 2 turns. We actually used this skill quite extensively during the CI amalgamation campaigns, so yeah, I like having it back on one class. And finally the Titan class, which is a canon class with a Sword of Shotgun. They start with a mini saturation fire skill as Squaddy, and a Sword of Shotgun attack with a 4-tile range that's a guaranteed hit and a knockback. They get quite a few skills later on that make pretty heavy use of the Sword of Shotgun, but also canon skills and other stuff. There are still a few extra classes that I added halfway through the previous campaign, but we never really got a chance to play with them. Most notably the Roboticist, which is a Gremlin class. They have a skill at Squaddy, which gives them a +20 hacking bonus for 3 turns after you get a kill, and it stacks, I think up to 3 times for +60. So that's my kind of class. This can actually help you push hacking chance to 100% in some cases. So I really like this one. If we see it somewhere, we'll grab it. And we'll definitely grab at least one from the GTS. Anyway, so you might be confused why we're sitting in the Avenger when this is a new campaign. The reason is because I pre-played the Gatecrasher. In fact, I played the Gatecrasher several times because there are a lot of different aliens. There are like 30-something total that you can get from Gatecrasher. And they are random. So I played it a few times just to see whether I can get a class I really like. And so now I did. We got one I really, really like. It looks friggin' amazing. So this is the save we're going to play. This is literally directly post Gatecrasher. I haven't even picked my research. I haven't clicked on anything. Other than like the barracks to see my soldiers. So yeah, this is going to be the campaign. And I will show you the 2 aliens we got. I really like them. This is actually slightly different than the one I posted on Discord, by the way. This is yet a different one. Yeah, this is actually a different one still. But we got the Taipan Hussar. I actually asked on Discord, because we got a few modders active there, for anyone who doesn't know. I asked whether it's actually intended that you can get the Taipan from Gatecrasher. And apparently, yes it is. Yes, interesting name right there. And yeah, apparently it is, because this thing is really, really strong. There are so many skills in here, I won't be going over all of them, because there are a lot. But, okay, check this part. So, there are basically 3 different build archetypes with this class, and all 3 are pretty strong. You can go for a melee-oriented class. You can go for a stealth-oriented class with a lot of various crit bonuses. And you can go for like a purely shooty build. That's basically like the 3 builds that you can get. And they are all really, really strong. We do start with Phantom. We also start with the Whirlwind. So once per turn, you gain a movement action when you hit an enemy with a melee attack. We also start with Ambush Predator. Automatically enter Overwatch at the end of each turn. Additionally, your reaction fire can crit. This is one skill that you get at Squaddy. Oh, and there's like a pretty heavy Overwatch build. Not like the classic Sentinel kind of thing, but you can build around Overwatch a bit. But yeah, you get this at Squaddy. You enter Overwatch at the end of every turn, no matter what you did. I'm sure that's never going to backfire when somebody gets mind controlled. Yeah, this is where I get the flashbacks to one of our CI campaigns where Stanley got killed by cookies. Because we had one amalgamation campaign where we had one guy, cookies in this case, with like an Uber Sentinel build. He was the most overpowered Sentinel Overwatch type guy on the whole roster. And he had Ever Vigilant, which gives you Overwatch at the end of every turn unless you hunker down. I think this gives you Overwatch even if you do hunker down, the Ambush Predator one. But anyway, he had a really powerful Overwatch build, and one of our guys got pulled with the Justice off map. So like one of my guys, Stanley in this case, got pulled with Grapple to outside of our range, and then mind controlled. So he was mind controlled like outside of what I could see. Then on the advent turn he ran in, and guess what happened? Yeah, he got wrecked by cookies. So hopefully that's not going to happen again with this friggin' thing. But I mean, it could. Yeah, with this skill right here, it easily could. Just this skill alone is kind of insane.
Trust me.
And then there's some other stuff. So check this out. For every melee attack that hit,
on our own terms,
you get Blood of the Week. Not Blood of the Week. You get a buff that gives you more melee damage. This stacks up to several times. You also get the Blood of the Week ability, which allows you to kill civilians and get this bonus from that. You can literally kill civilians with this thing and buff yourself. Now mind you, if you do kill civilians, you get a will penalty. So it's not like a freebie. But you can do that. You can do that. Yeah, are we the baddies? Yeah. Yeah, but do we have skulls on our caps? We're not the bodies if you don't have skulls. But this does have a cap. However, later on, you can add +1 turn. Yeah, right here. There's a skill at Gunnery Sergeant that increases the duration of this buff by 1 turn. Right here. Normally it's 3 turns. This can extend it to 4 turns. Other than that, we can also use most weapons Vipers can use. So there are, I think, 3 or 4 different weapons that we can use and switch between. We do not get bind, but we get a lot of other stuff. Yeah, we start with Phantom, and we are immune to standard poison. So there you go. And we are not fire vulnerable. Yeah, there are a lot of really powerful skills here. So for example, early on, you get Phantom, obviously, but you can get Infiltrator, which gives you covert and parkour. You can roll tracking in XCOM row. The first save actually had that, but this one does not. But that's okay. What do we have in here? Bondmate gains aim. That's actually a lot of aim. Interesting, up to 16 aim for a bondmate. Slash, attack at the adjacent target of the sword, uses 1 action. When your concealment is broken, gain 15 defense for 2 turns. Increases accuracy with all reaction fire by 15. That's really good with Ambush Predator. Combatives, Crusader's Rage. Crusader's Rage is really strong. This is literally up to 50% damage boost. It's actually insane if you can take advantage of this. But it also reduces wound recovery times by 6 HP. There's a skill, it's but a scratch, which some Advent and Alien units get. That's already insanely powerful to reduce basically your infirmary time. And it only reduces wound recovery times by 3 HP. This one reduces it by 6. But yeah, we can get Blade Master at Lance Corporal, Covert and Parkour. We can get more... oh, this is an interesting skill right here. Check out this skill. Gain 10 aim and 10 critical chance against any enemy that attacks the Taipan. The bonus is doubled if the attack hit. Gain a partial bonus if the enemy attacks an ally instead. And our Overwatch can no longer be removed by damage. Yeah, this is really good. So you literally get a bonus against any enemy that tries to shoot your squad. Which is like usually multiple enemies every turn if they're not dead. And your Overwatch can no longer be removed by damage. And you get automatic Overwatch at the end of every turn. And you can crit with it. Yeah. And then at Corporal, we can get aim and crit with melee and flanking attacks. There's Cutthroat. So a crit chance and crit damage against biological enemies. Sensor Overlays, which is a crit chance bonus for the entire squad against enemies you can see. Nowhere to Run. So once per turn, enter Overwatch after performing a melee attack or taking a flanking shot, and you gain covering fire. So effectively this is mostly covering fire because you gain Overwatch anyway. This is basically covering fire. Concentration. Duskborn, so gain aim and crit while concealed. By the way, speaking of crit, this thing can push 100% crit chance pretty easily, because there are several skills in here that increase your crit chance. Some of them significantly so. If I add these mods to my current campaign now, will the game crash? But which mods are you referring to? If you're referring to like the class mods, and the like Praetorians, and the Requiem Advent Pack, then no, that's totally fine, you can add them, no problem. It's just that if you add more classes halfway through your campaign, chances of seeing a high-rank soldier of that class are pretty slim. Just saying, you will have to basically find an experienced one through a mission. Because good luck leveling them from scratch when you're already halfway into the campaign. But yeah, no, you can add them, no problem. Anyway, Duskborn, so aim and crit while concealed, concentration, nowhere to run, quick feet, so refunds an action point when you are revealed through your own action. Reapers can get this is a pretty good one. Shadow Step, Deadly Bite. So whenever an ally attacks a foe adjacent to the Taipan, follow up with a free bite attack. Take a free bite. This is also Blade Storm, basically. So not only this is Blade Storm, this is like Blade Storm Plus. Because if there's an enemy adjacent to you, you can attack that enemy with other members of your squad, and you will take free melee attacks at that enemy. Which is kind of nuts if you think about it. Then we can get Hit and Run, Burial Blade, a Chameleon. So this is a very nice skill. You immediately enter concealment, permanent concealment, not a temporary concealment, because there's a similar skill some classes have, where you enter concealment just for 2 turns, or you enter concealment but you can't move. This appears to be just proper full concealment, and it doesn't have charges. It just has a cooldown, and the cooldown only starts when the previous effect is removed. But you can use it as many times as you like. Yeah, it's Blade Storm plus Dogpile. That's basically what it is, you're right. That's literally what the Deadly Bite is. Then we got... what else do we have here? The first one to strike wins. Oh yeah, gain Shadow Strike and the Iron Curtain. This is like a cone attack that applies a mobility penalty even if you miss. And Shadow Strike gives you 50 aim and crit chance while you're concealed. So you see like the theme here, right? You can easily push 100 crit with this thing. And you can just keep getting concealment with this. There's a cooldown, but you can conceal yourself basically as many times as you like during a mission. Then there's Untouchable. This is the +1 turn on that skill I mentioned earlier, which gives you more damage with melee when you attack with melee, including when you kill civilians with it. There are a few juicy skills at Mastered Sergeant. There's Enemy Unknown, so if no enemies can see you at the start of your turn, you gain free mobility, 20 crit chance, and +4 critical damage until the start of your next turn. So this is what you take if you go for the crit concealment build, where you basically push 100 crit chance. Does it say Chameleon is a free action? It actually does not. It costs a single action and ends the turn. Okay, it does on the detailed info. That is still really powerful, however. Anyway, then we have Vicious Bite. So bite any enemy within blow movement range, costs a single action and doesn't end the turn, can be used with movement-only actions. This is like the kind of crazy part. This can be used with movement-only actions. So you can grant yourself a movement-only action through various means. There are other classes that can grant movement-only actions. Then you can use that movement-only action to perform this attack, and still have all your proper actions left. Downside is it cannot target the robots. And then we have Terrifying Cruelty, which is also interesting. So your direct attacks have a chance to panic enemies on critical hits. It increases your damage against stunned and panicking enemies by 50%. And the chance to panic enemies is 150% minus well. And for some context, a lot of like the mid-game and beyond enemies have around 100 will. Some have lower, some have higher, but I think like 100 is the average-ish, probably. So that would make this 50% chance to panic with any direct attack. Applies to all attacks regardless of the weapon. So yeah, I haven't even decided what build I'm going to use here. I went back and forth like through various options, but I actually have no idea. I have no idea. I think like the concealment crit build might be nice. Preservation actually looks pretty good. So one of the issues with alien units is that they cannot hunker down. So extra skills that give you defense in some form are, I would say, pretty good. So we could go for like concealment crit build with preservation, and accurate reaction would be good too. considering we can crit with Overwatch, and we get Overwatch every single turn anyway. Crusader's Rage is also very strong, but this relies on you, like, losing health. The funny thing with this skill is that you could hit your own unit deliberately on purpose, just to get this damage boost. And there are plenty of situations where that would be perfectly justified. You won't even be wounded because of the 6 HP wound reduction time. Yeah, the XCOM row here is not too great. The first variant of this I saw had the tracking, which would have been insane. But yeah, not tracking here. Still, I'm not really complaining because this class is already kind of insane as is. But yeah, I haven't decided what build we're gonna use here. We'll decide as we go. And the other guy is the Pathfinder Hunter. So this is sort of like a stealth sniper type. Let me check the weapon here real quick. Yeah, this is kind of a stealth sniper type. They get the lock and load, which is pretty interesting. Improvised flashbang grenade right here. They can get parkour. They get fade, which is concealment, which is broken if you move. They can get phantom at Lance Corporal. They can also get high ground, however, which grants both squad sight and damn good ground. So that's kind of a tough choice. And then they can also get Shadowborn, which is very good on snipers, because this works with the squad sight. Yeah, Phantom and then Shadowborn would be very strong, because this is minus 33% detection radius. So he could literally have Phantom, Parkour, and Shadowborn. And honestly, we can just respec him later on. What I think I might do with some of these guys is basically go like Phantom Stealth type in the early game. And then later on, when we get the training facility and we get into mid-game, respec them to DPS build, like pure DPS build. Because early on, especially early on, scouts are really valuable and you won't have that many of them. But yeah, I don't know. They can get sting grenades at Sergeant, but this is a very strong skill. Combined with improvised flashbang. Blue screen bombs. Total combat. Fastball, okay. Lethal. Additional 2 points of base damage. Concussion grenade. Provides a free concussion grenade. This grenade behaves like upgraded flashbang that can destroy cover and stun units caught in the blast zone. Okay. Oh yeah, he does have lead the target. This is basically lead the target. This is lead the target that has no cooldown. There's an extra skill one of the snipers gets that removes cooldown on lead the target. This is basically lead the target plus that skill. I don't remember what it's called. But we had it on Ava in the previous campaign. So that's basically 2 skills in one. So hey, very strong too. They get the Bullseye. I love Bullseye. Bullseye is so friggin' good against the Chosen, but against anything really. This is massive. Like, just the minus 20 to defense part is very strong. Honestly, this skill could just penalize the defense and it would still be good. Yeah, but it's minus 20 to aim, defense, and will. For the rest of the fight, like, this is not 1-2 turns, this is for the rest of that entire fight. Yeah, this is a really good one, I like this dude. The Pathfinder Hunter's attacks ignore all dodge modifiers and have plus 25 aim and plus 25 crit chance. Yeah, that's pretty good. Shadow Strike, okay. Oh, interesting, interesting. So wait, we have Fade. Yeah, we have Fade, which allows you to conceal as long as you're in full cover. And this is a free action. This is a free action. And then we could potentially get Shadow Strike, which is plus 50 aim, plus 50 crit. Yeah, this dude should make a pretty insane sniper later on, when we get to like Tech Sergeant maybe, or even Staff Sergeant. And then we can also get surprise. Okay, this is kind of insane, actually. Yeah, there are definitely a few really strong builds with this dude. Yeah, true, his weapon damage is a bit lower, that's true. But definitely looks like a solid unit. And we can also use him as a scout. Shame we would need the training facility to get parkour. But yeah, I will probably go Phantom and Shadowborn early on. Because this will make him a very, very good scout if we go Phantom Shadowborn. Shadowborn just for the minus 30% detection radius part. So that's probably what I'll do, but we'll see. So anyway, the loot I got from Gatecrasher here. Let me check. Oh yeah, I actually got the Advent Biotrooper Corps. You sometimes get a Biotrooper in the Gatecrasher with the Long War, but like only sometimes. Out of like 10 Gatecrashers, I get one maybe in like 2 of them. Like 1 in 5 in my experience. So we got him here. There are some good items you can make with this. You can make like a bio shield with this, I think, or was that a different dude? That might have been a bio barrier trooper. But yeah, anyway, we got this corpse from Gatecrasher. We got advanced Psi. Yeah, this time I don't think I'll be selling this. Because we sold the Psi PCS early on in the last campaign, and then I never got one again. Until like very late. So I'm not gonna sell this. We'll keep it for when we get Psionics. So anyway, let's get the research going first, the ships.
I do find that
and we'll check our initial rookies. I mean, I already did. There's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. We got 2 really good alien units. So we got the Stormtrooper, Sharpshooter Commando. This wouldn't be an amazing sharpshooter, but might be worth picking one anyway. We got Shrimp Loaf with 16 mobility, 5 health, 60 aim. He will probably be Shinobi. We actually didn't really have a Shinobi in the previous campaign, but Shinobi is a very strong class. And 16 mobility, 5 health will make a good Shinobi. So I think he's gonna be a Shinobi. Then we got Cookies. Yeah, low aim, but good health and decent mobility. Sharpshooter, Ranger, Hijacker. So he only has 2 base hacking skill, but he might be a Hijacker. Sharpshooter or Ranger make no sense with 56 aim. So this is probably gonna be a Hijacker. Yeah, let's just pick Hijacker right away. There you go. Okay, Triage. In XCOM row, that's nice. Alright. Disabling shot. Interesting. And then we got Barney. 67 aim, 3 health, 15 mobility. So a Technician, Executioner, Scrapper. A Technician is one of the classes I added, not to be confused with Technical. This is like a sniper type class with a Gremlin. They have various ways to apply Bitter Frost. They also get Combat Scanner at Squaddy, which is like an AoE skill that reveals enemies and reduces their defense. So we might actually just go for this. I'm fine with this, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's Combat Scanner. It's a 10, 15, 20 defense reduction based on the Gremlin tier. 3 turn cooldown. We get a Frost Snap. So non-turn ending shot that costs 2 ammo and applies Bitter Frost. We can get Aid Protocol from XCOM row. We can get the Rescue Protocol from XCOM row. That's nice.
We might have had time for training, but now
and yeah, there's some other stuff in here.
up on the fly.
Damaging sniper rifle attacks that critically hit have 100% chance to inflict Bitter Frost. We can get Frost Protocol. There's a typo in here. Literally unplayable. Literally unplayable. But yeah, this is basically Combat Protocol with Bitter Frost. The first time you use various support Gremlin abilities in a turn, you will refund 1 action point. That's actually pretty good. Oh wait, this is basically lead the target. Okay, this is a limited target with Bitter Frost. Okay. And that's pretty nice, actually. Anyway, yeah. So, alright, Shrimp Loaf. Shrimp Loaf is gonna be Shinobi. That just makes sense with these stats. Dedication. Okay, Dedication is nice on a Shinobi. I like that. Oh, Dedication and Lightning Reflexes. Interesting. Now, they are like partially, mutually, like a bit redundant to have both. But Lightning Reflexes can be more useful than just straight up ignoring reaction fire. Because sometimes you don't want to ignore the reaction fire, you want to make them waste it. You want to burn reaction fire, if you don't have something like interference. The only problem is very low combat intelligence. Yeah, I don't think he'll be getting Lightning Slash with very low intelligence, but the Dedication will be easy enough. A Frost Snap plus Chilling Critical plus Bitter Frost rounds means you can freeze any enemy on a crit. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. So, Nate. Right, so... Hold on. So, 64 aim is not that high for a sniper, but I might take a sharpshooter anyway. I like snipers, they are really strong. And also crucial for good ambushes with lead the target and all. So I'm actually gonna take sharpshooter here. Alright, blend, surprise, covering fire, bullseye. Okay, low combat intelligence though. But bullseye is huge because sharpshooter does not normally get that. Alright? So that's our starting roster. We also got a Reaper with very high combat intelligence here, by the way. So I like that. I definitely like that. What does he have in here? Okay, tandem hit warheads. Ghost Grenade. Ghost Grenade is nice. Serial, Heavy Hitter. Okay, Heavy Hitter works with grenades. So we could go, oh, even lead the target. But I think what we'll do, I really like the grenade build for Reapers in Long War. Like Shadow Grenadier is pretty much my favorite low rank perk they get. So I think we'll go Shadow Grenadier, and with very high combat intelligence, we should be able to get both tandem hit warheads and heavy hitter. We'll definitely get tandem hit warheads. Yeah, we'll definitely get tandem hit warheads, like for sure. I would like Ghost Grenade too, but all three might be a bit too expensive. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, let's go then. Find our first missions.
Commander.
My people have thrown
So
off
we
the
start in
shackles of
Asia.
alien oppression. And through discipline, we have survived.
Get the ships.
We don't rely on the aliens' technology.
Yeah, by the way, there's a quote-unquote feature where
We are the
if you don't do the 2 instant ships as your first research,
sleep.
and you get inspiration for them, it will take 1 day instead of instant.
Commander.
Ask me how I know. Happened in our last campaign. Now, 1 lost day of research is not the end of the world, but we had several situations now where we had like big missions like Full Retaliation, where I was literally less than 1 day away from finishing big weapon research. So you never know when that 1 day will actually make a difference.
I had assumed
You never know.
Your priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Alright. Hopefully our first scanned mission will not be like that first attempt of the previous campaign, where we got it with like 5 days left. That was really unlucky. Alright, 7 days, that's fine. Point of interest and intel, alright? Resistance contacts, okay. This will give us a little bit of extra supplies. Not some huge amount, but yeah. Okay, maybe I'll actually try to use this thing here, because I never really used this. Let's actually do that. This should make things a bit faster in the long run. Okay, let's check compatibility here. Really bad on Dom, really bad on Nate. Okay, 10.0 with Chand. That's fine. One mission should be enough there. 9.9 with Unstable, okay. 9.4. Oh yeah, with this dude. Okay, that looks good. Okay. We'll do name redeem after a mission or two. Okay, so that's the squad. But yeah, I got rid of the transitions, so the setup should be a bit less annoying now. I had that mod like previously, but for some reason it didn't work at first. I don't know why, but it works now. Alright. Actually, let's get hunting shotgun on him. That's pretty much the best weapon early on. Like for damage range anyway. Alright. Everything looks fine. Do we have any... no. Oh yeah, I don't actually have modular weapons yet. Hold up, let's get a med kit. That sounds useful. Okay, one more med kit. And yeah, probably AP grenades. Right, we should definitely have AP grenades. For sure. Two people with free health. Well, just don't take damage. It's easy, just don't take damage. Alright? Hold on, 94%. I mean, I could do just 5 men, I guess. Do I want to? We can just do 94%. Or get an SMG, I suppose. I don't think that will make enough difference, though. Okay, that will make 0 difference at all. How does that not even move it? That's interesting. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. This is a new campaign. Okay, do I want to do a 94%? We're not gonna be concealed at their 100. It might be best to just do 5. We won't be concealed, right? As far as I'm aware, we will not. Oh yeah, or just get rid of utility items. I think I might have to get rid of too many of them. I would have to get rid of the entire inventory, I think. 96. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of most of my inventory. 97. Uh, 98. We're just gonna have 2 medkits, I think. Or 1. Yeah, can I get SMG and make it go up? 99. Bruh. Still 99. Wait, how does changing a shotgun to an SMG, 2 shotguns to an SMG, not make it go up at all? How does that not make it go up even by 1%? What? I'm a bit confused how that doesn't make it go up, but alright. Still 99%, really? Okay. Still 99%. Bruh. Okay, 100. Do I want to do it with absolutely no utility items whatsoever? It's literally the first mission, so it's probably perfectly fine. A famous last words. I mean, we don't have combat scanner, so we can reduce enemy defense by 10. We can improvise flashbangs, so we do have flashbangs. They're not here, but we do have flashbangs. Okay, fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Sky Ranger deployed. In position for
Blame the people doing intel in the Haven. It's their fault, clearly. Like these people here. It's their fault. They're bad at their job. Okay, that's a bit better. Resistance personnel. Alright. That's actually a good thing. Okay, so let's just use this thing here. Okay, pretty bad compatibility on most of the already promoted people. Okay, Sid. 67 aim, 15 mobility, 4 health. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get Nate and Dom here. And the 2 rookies. 2 rookies with good compatibility with each other. Sydney and Soto, that looks good. How about some of these high aim people? Okay, we already have Sid in there. That's not really that high. And 7.9. Good aim though, also 17 mobility here. Alright, fine. Whoops, wrong person. Let's try that again. Yeah, Greg. Alright, that's that. Now we should have 100 with gear, I think. Maybe not with full gear, but at least with partial. There you go. And by the way, you don't have to give everyone plating. But obviously it's safer that way. You avoid being wounded. Would you prefer a sub or a donation for the same amount? I mean, I prefer whatever's more convenient for people, but Twitch takes a bigger cut from subs. Or rather, it takes a cut, while the donation doesn't really have one. But like, do whatever's more convenient for you, that's my stance. I'm doing fine, thanks. Right, hold on. 108. So we can take a few items here. Grenades, obviously. AP grenade. Yeah, we'll grab a few AP grenades. That's always nice early on. Alright. Medkit. 105. Okay, we are more than fine. Okay, free health makes me really nervous, I'll be honest. Like one crit from a basic Advent Trooper and you're dead. 102. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Don't need free smokes. Okay. Go on then.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
So now we can switch to recruit for like a few days. 5 days to be exact, and we'll contact the black market. And buy the engineer right away. Hopefully we'll get some missions for the scientists early on. Thanks for the tip, Kroza. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I probably won't be uploading like the whole rest of the previous campaign when like I know for a fact it's gonna be over. I'll just go with this one, but yeah. Anyway, there's the black market. Let's buy that engineer right away. There you go. Oh hey, here you are. Okay, 52 supplies. We got time though. We got 16 days before the reset.
We currently have no new supplies coming in. We'll need to
Yeah, we will get supplies. Don't worry, Bradford. Alright, start clearing right away. Let's see what other missions we get this cycle. And, okay, in 23 hours we can make contact with another region.
Setting course for Sector 15, West Asia.
Okay, no point scanning here right now this moment.
Corridor.
We might as well get like a few intel here. You never know, it might help. Alright, there you go. And now we'll do modular weapons.
To begin, Commander.
Let's get that intel really
We
quick.
can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the
There it is. Okay, you never know when free intel will make a difference.
We'll need to scan
We
the
recruited a
target region
dude, now
for
switch to
precision.
intel. Alright, and we'll make contact with the new Arctic. 6 people here.
Setting course for the Arctic territories. Attempting to establish local regional contact.
Alright, there's the mission. Might as well wait 1 more hour. Okay. Well, let's go. This is the one with basically just the ceramic plating. But it's okay, we only got 2 rookies in this one. Hopefully we'll get something good from that point of interest. One thing I would like to get early on is the scavenger class, because that will give us some extra alloys and delirium. It's not some huge amounts, but it adds up over time.
Is now operating some sort of massive psionic transmitter nearby. Shen and Taipan agree. If we destroy the transmitter while it's still connected to Advent's network, their
Alright, here we are.
operations across this entire region could be crippled. Advent has constructed
Yeah, you just said that,
a psionic
Bradford.
transmitter in this area, tied directly into their primary network.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Suggest destroying it while it's still connected.
Is this the
will
train?
severely damage
It's
their
the train,
link
isn't
systems.
it?
Plant the explosives before
No, it's
they have a
not. Okay,
chance
I
to
thought that
pull
this was the
plug.
train. But it is not. Not this time, at least.
Affirmative. Will do.
Any train haters in chat?
Info.
Solid copy.
Yeah, Bradford and a feedback loop. Alright.
Moving
go.
on target location. Moving out.
No advent yet? No, we got something.
These guys
Alright.
make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and
What about the
well-equipped,
officers,
but their
Bradford?
obedience
Are
makes
they
them
more capable than the grunts? Alright. Oh, the drone over here. What? Okay, that's a bit awkward. Let's improvise that flashbang real quick. Okay, there's a pretty good chance that the drone will see us, so let's get Overwatch on someone, somewhere, at least one person here or two.
Moving to
There you
Overwatch.
go. And Jane also Overwatch.
Moving to designated
Maybe
position.
we'll get the drone with a shotgun here.
Eyes on the prize.
As for Rocky... Yeah, let's keep him up here. Shame we don't have stock. But yeah, not yet.
Scanning position.
Alright, Overwatch.
Scanning.
We got Overwatch on almost everyone right now. If that the drone sees us, then we'll trigger these guys as well. Yeah, I think it might. Alright, that's fine. Let's go. Get them, boys. Nice.
Armor still holding.
Okay, kill the drone at least, thank you. There you go. Okay, one more. Should have 1 health now. There it is. First kill for Chand. First of many, hopefully. Okay, Shrimp Loaf is still concealed. Let's maybe keep it that way. We can flank and kill this trooper here. Okay, that's a lot of nodes. More than enough. Don't miss, bro. Okay, got him. And loot. Okay. Oh yeah, we got these resistance contacts. Who has the best mobility here? It's actually Shrimp Loaf with the 17. Yeah, it actually is.
Moving out.
Okay, sure, that's fine. This is gonna be like 5 supplies, but hey, better than nothing. 8 supplies.
I got the asset.
Hey, that's still useful this early on. Okay, so for this engineer, I don't think I can actually kill him right now. Well, probably not right now. Seems unlikely.
Not even close.
Yeah, 60% more than expected. I know, right? Exactly. Exactly. Okay, no, we're not killing him right now. He might actually run away. Get that extra turn.
Well done. As we had
And I guess I
hoped,
can
the
call
network separation
Sky
has been
Ranger.
temporarily delayed.
Like so.
This is Firebrand. Evac request
All right.
confirmed. Hold tight.
So, I mean, I could flashbang that guy. And then we can still improvise another flashbang. It's just an engineer. But he will likely flashbang me instead. So, really, it's fine. There you go. Alright.
Moving out.
That'll do. Okay, more coming. Sectoid, drone, okay. We still want that loot over there. Especially this early.
That all you got?
Okay. Right, so I don't have combat scanner, probably worth using now. Yeah, I think that's probably worth using now. Maybe. 68% shutdown, alright. Okay, let's use combat scanner.
Get ready for shock.
There you go. Okay, so that will give them minus 10 defense. Nice one.
What did you
Okay.
expect?
So I do have melee, but not sure if I really want to use it right now. Let's just conceal this dude, and I'm gonna make a flashbang for the next turn. Shrimp Loaf is actually in range to hit the sectoid. Now, if I do this, I'll be totally flanked by the sentry and the engineer. So not necessarily a good move unless I can kill at least one of them. At the very least one of them. Preferably both. Okay, Jane can do it better, I think. Yeah, Jane can do it way better, like this. Now I can either eat that Overwatch or try to shoot him first. But there's a good chance we'll just kill him with this charge. So it will be a bit of a waste shooting him. But I might get hit, which automatically means taking a break early on. So, yeah, something to consider, I guess. He doesn't do that much damage, but if he does 4, we'll be down to 3, down from 5. Okay, let's try to shoot him with Chand. All I need is like a graze.
Ready to rock.
There you go, we got more than a graze even. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so I mean, I could literally just flank him while getting the loot. How far can I run? Okay, far enough to kill the engineer. Well, then the sentry will be flanking me. So, okay, that's not super optimal, but I can do that. Okay, let's go here, get the loot, and shoot the sectoid. See if we actually kill the sectoid with this. Experimental magazine. That's nice.
Asset secure.
Okay, got it. And more loot, probably Elerium core, if I had to guess. Yeah, so I can kill the engineer, but the sentry will be flanking me if I do that. I think Overwatch is just better in this situation. Not that it will do much with the shotgun, so I could just go here, get the loot. Yeah, let's go here, get the loot, and we'll have lightning slash on the next turn.
Location confirmed.
This is gonna be Elerium core, most likely. Oh no, advanced autoloader, alright.
Asset
That's
is
fine. Works for me. Right, shrimp loaf is still concealed. I think I'd like to keep it that way for now. There's another resistance contact here, so more supplies. Okay, so we got, what, 14 supplies from these things so far. Okay, so the engineer might use a flashbang now, but he might not. Okay, he didn't.
Incoming over
Menace
here.
1-5.
This is where having some grenades would have been useful because of the sentry. But I do have this flashbang I made. So I think I'm just gonna use this. Just to remove the Overwatch from him. I don't want to take unnecessary damage early on. Because obviously we will not have the infirmary anytime soon. So we'll do this. Then we can use lightning slash, most likely. Yes, we can. Okay. So, yeah, right here. If we get lucky, this might even do 5. Okay, that's fine.
Skirted him.
Just kill him then. Probably with a shotgun. Yep. Hold on, not yet, not yet. Okay, no, kill him. Bye-bye. We also need to shoot the thing.
Eliminated. My ammo's
Don't worry,
running
we
low.
will. Shrimp low. Right here. He can actually hit the engineer. Okay, he can kill the engineer, so let's do that. Surprise!
Position compromised.
Surprise sword from behind. Alright,
Hostile target
looking
down.
good. Let's go then. Let's move.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's make sure we destroy one of these things right now. Would be a bit awkward if we didn't. And then failed the mission because of it. That would be real awkward.
On your order.
There you go. Alright. There might still be some more stuff. There might be a drone at least. Oh, yeah, okay, right here.
Troops here.
So not a drone, just 2 more dudes. Alright. Another sentry as well. Okay, that's a bit annoying because he's not on Overwatch yet. We can just kill him first. Okay, let's just kill him real quick before he can start spamming Overwatch. Bye-bye.
X-ray neutralized.
Laser sight. Yeah, the Outrider is par... Oh, there's a drone as well. Okay, so this is actually full 9. The Outrider Captain is part of the Requiem Advent Pack. Melee attack, mark target, fire weapon. Okay, I'm gonna need more to kill him. I can almost... Okay, lightning slash is on cooldown anyway, so we wouldn't have been able to do that. I can't actually kill him right now. Unless somebody else also manages to do damage. Which seems unlikely. I also can't do anything about the drone at the moment. So a Shrimplow might get stunned, in which case he won't be able to get the objective on the next turn. Somebody else will have to do it then. Yeah. Right. Okay, let's shoot one more to get another turn. Just to make sure we'll have enough time. Alright. Right, so I can't kill that guy, but we can overwatch.
On my way.
Okay, let's overwatch. Well, not with you. Just reload then.
On the move. Scanning.
Okay, overwatch. Yeah, I don't really want to slash him here. That makes no sense. We're better off just slashing this drone. Yeah, let's kill the drone. That makes more sense. Or we can miss. Of course.
Come on.
Of course we can miss. Why would I assume otherwise? Clearly unreasonable. Clearly unreasonable. Okay, nice shot. Now we can kill him with slash, probably. Okay, he will also use Overwatch. Don't stun me, bro. Okay, just disoriented, that's fine.
Okay, then.
Can he plant explosives while he's disoriented? I mean, doesn't really matter, we'll still have one more turn. Yeah, I think shotgun is gonna be straight up better in this situation. I can remove this disorient, if I want to, and then still shoot with the shotgun. Yeah, let's do that, that works. I don't think we'll need that medkit for anything else. Alright,
It hit
that's
the plate.
fine. Bye-bye.
Target neutralized.
And what about this dude? Well, I mean, I might just still Overwatch here.
Let's do this.
I think I might actually still Overwatch.
Ready to engage.
I see no point in doing anything else. Okay, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
We got full cover. It'll be fine. Okay,
That won't do it.
not too bad. We almost got him. He should be down to like 2 health now. Yep.
Cavalry's here.
Okay.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
Alright, let's get the objective. So, I mean, I can slash him, but we'll trigger that Overwatch. So let's see if we can avoid that. Maybe we can avoid it.
Oh yeah.
This is where a grenade would have been useful. But alas.
Target's
I mean, if I have to, I will just run the Overwatch, but I'm trying to see if I can avoid that. I don't think I can avoid that.
not good.
Alright. Alright, fine. Fine. Fine, just dash and kill him. And of course he hit us for like max damage he can do. That's why I tried to remove the Overwatch, but yeah. Alright, plant the explosives. Blame the people who missed. It's clearly their fault. Mission done though.
Charges are active, but the
Let's
aliens
grab
are
this
still
person
working to
here.
isolate
This
the
should be worth
transmitter.
between like 5 and 8
Eliminate any
supplies.
remaining hostiles before they cut
Okay,
it
6
off.
supplies.
Let's go.
Alright, and we'll Overwatch to deal with these reinforcements. Because I will actually have to deal with them. Alright. Oh, they landed out of view. Okay, that works. I do need one extra turn before I can leave, so... just make sure Jane doesn't take more damage. That would be pretty bad if she did. Okay, let's not run through this area because that might trigger them. I'm just gonna play it
cover.
safe. We're leaving on the next turn. Just Overwatch here.
Affirmative, covering now. Come get some.
Yeah, they're right behind the corner.
Advent troops spotted.
Okay, nice. Not that these guys are worth any more experience. Okay, that one guy is on Overwatch now, so... Wait, can I... Okay, I can avoid it. At least according to the UI. UI never lied before, right guys?
Moving out.
Clearly it would never do that. Really? Okay, that's some bullshit actually. Okay, I'm gonna reload that one. I'm actually gonna reload that one. Because UI was explicitly showing that this will not trigger Overwatch. That's the only single reason I did that. Is the only reason I did that because UI was showing that it will not trigger Overwatch. And we can see this dude. Yeah, see? This is showing that like this move would trigger Overwatch. But this one will not. Again, according to the UI. Like obviously running through here will. But that's not what I'm doing. See? See, like it's not showing Overwatch. That's the only reason I did that. Otherwise, I would have done something like this. Which might mean having to stay for... No, I don't have to stay any longer. Yes, see? Otherwise, I would have done something like this.
Not a problem. Incoming, over here.
There you go. Yeah, I don't like when UI lies to me. It's annoying.
Copy that.
Because you make tactical decisions based on that information.
Position.
You can't do it accurately if the information is also inaccurate.
On the move.
Anyway, we're done.
I'm out of here.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
So we managed despite basically bringing no items whatsoever. Other than 2 flashbangs that we could make with a skill.
Loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world.
XCOM UI not being honest? Well, now I've seen everything. I know, right? My XCOM UI would never lie.
Troop skills are improving.
Alright, we got some promotions. Yeah, she will be out for 25 days, but blame people who missed that one guy on Overwatch earlier. I'm still gonna do the same thing we did in the previous campaign, so go Marauder Shredder. And then, right. Okay, so for the Shrimp Loaf, I'll probably just take Blade Master. I almost always go Blade Master on a Shinobi, because that just makes sense. For this dude, I think early on we'll go Phantom, and then when we get to mid-game we can switch to a more damage-oriented build. Because I'll need Phantoms early on, and this gives us a pretty damn good one. Yeah, I think we'll go Phantom Shadowborn. Again, for minus 33% detection radius. And later on we can switch to High Ground. But I could go High Ground too. Okay, before we do this, let's check what these rookies are going to be. If one of them can go Recon, I'll probably just go High Ground. So we'll check that first. What is Barney going to be build-wise? So... I'll probably go like Gremlin skills. Aim Assistance Protocol. Send your Gremlin to assist an allied units. Okay. Aim and crit for 1 turn. That's nice. Sure, okay, let's grab that. Yeah, hit and run build would also work for the Pathfinder. Alright, let's take Aim Assistance Protocol. And for the Pathfinder, yeah, let's check what these two rookies are going to be. So we got 20 supplies just from the citadel, basically. That's not bad, especially right at the start. Get the bond, yes. That's why they were here. And another bond. Let's check what the rookies are going to be. Okay, so Unstable has good mobility, but bad aim and bad health. He would make a good recon. 9 hacking, he would make a decent hacking class. Shredder, Commando, Titan. So, he's gonna be none of these things. Okay. Okay, I might still go Shredder, even with 59 aim, because it's so good. Check the start of the stream. I talked about stuff related to that. Yeah, we could also go combat drugs. That's what I had in the previous campaign. Combat drugs build as an officer, so we could do the same thing again. Yeah, let's actually do that. Combat drugs are really nice, and I like being able to get that at Lance Corporal. We got Paramedic in XCOM row. Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's really nice. Tactical Sense, Maim, Jingoistic, Conceal, Coordinate Fire, Scouting Report. Okay, Scouting Report would be huge on an officer, but he has low combat intelligence.
Too bad you need a chip to get in.
You should not install any mods to avoid the problems with the reinforcements. The reason the reinforcements were not working properly for me is because... I mean, again, I covered this at the start of the stream, so I don't want to repeat myself for another 10 minutes. We had a mod that was never meant to be used. Like, I never intended. It's not compatible with the Tab Jam. It was never meant to be on the list. But the reason it was still there was because it was hidden in AML. So when I removed all of the mods from the previous mod list, or I thought I was removing all the mods from the previous mod list, I didn't actually remove all of them. So you should not be adding anything. Anyway. Oh yeah, and the Chand. So 74 aim, he would make like a good sniper. Okay, Sharpshooter, but also Shredder. Okay, and the Specialist. We'll need Specialists, but with 74 aim... Yeah, I think it has to be Sharpshooter. Shredder is so friggin' good. Man. Okay, that's an insanely tough choice, because there are quite a few good sniper classes. There are several sniper-type classes. If we don't get a Sharpshooter, we'll get something else, like a Hunter, or Survivalist, or Sniper Agent. There are several good ones. But Shredder is one of a kind. Like, nobody can do what Shredder can do. No, it's not, because the best build on a Shredder is a ranged build with a weapon. So aim works insanely well for that. Yeah, Shredder is the only one who can do what Shredder can do. So I think I'm gonna go Shredder. We'll get other snipers. Shredder is just way too good, because of Corrosive Slug at the Staff Sergeant. This has no cooldown, and it's not turn-ending. You can literally just use this twice every turn, as long as you have the ammo for it. It's just insane. So yeah, Shredder it is then. Adrenaline. Center Mass. Okay, that will work really well with Corrosive Slug. Shooting Sharp. Holy shit. Shame about the very low combat intelligence. But we could get 30 points. A Blade Storm. Butcher. Yeah, we'll get the center mass for sure. That's only 10 points. Alright. So, now for the Pathfinder. We do technically have one guy with Phantom already, which is Shrimplow. I assume we will get more. It's a really tough choice. It's actually a really tough choice. This would give us both squad sight and damn good ground in one go. Yes, what Zelfana said. Again, we covered this at the start of the stream. Like, I literally talked about it for 10 minutes at the start of the stream. So I don't want to repeat all that again, but you should not be adding anything. The model is already covered everything that's needed. I think we'll go high ground. Oh yeah, right, the bond. We'll get that for sure. Yeah, it's over Advent. I have the high ground. Literally, I have the actual high ground perk. Also, the experimental build of Long Road the Chosen is in my list because certain things I'm using require the experimental build. I don't have all of them memorized offhand, but there's stuff I'm using that explicitly requires the experimental build of Long Road the Chosen. So if you switch to the normal one, I cannot guarantee that everything will work correctly. Alright, let's go high ground. The only downside is that... wait, can he shoot after moving with this? He can, right? It doesn't say anything about that. So he doesn't need snapshot to be able to move and then shoot. But if you just use, again, everything that's specified under the TED jump command, you'll be 100% fine. Obviously, just make sure you don't have any rogue mods. So, okay, here's the thing. For everyone using, like, AML, one of the things you should do... I can actually show you. Hold on. Well, I can just tell you. If you go to Options in AML, be sure to check Show Hidden Mods. Because some mods, like, get hidden for some weird, inexplicable reason. And you literally won't even see them, but they are still there, they are still active. So make sure that's always enabled, and make sure to actually check mods that are hidden. Because you might have thought that you actually removed everything before switching to a new mod list, but you actually did not. Alright, let's go high ground. Done. So, back to the bridge then. Resistance mech. Okay, well, I was hoping for something better than that, but alright. I guess it will help some early retaliations, potentially. But I was hoping for something better. First, let's make contact with the new Arctic. Okay, 100. Might as well wait extra 3 hours. There you go. So, this is for Resistance personnel. 3 more rookies to be promoted. Let's go.